Earlier this hour, NYSE-listed Pinnacle Financial Partners rang the iconic opening bell to celebrate its merger with Synovus. And joining me now in studio, the man himself, the CEO and president, Mr. Kevin Blair. Welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you, JD. Excited to be here.
Relatively new to the big board here at the NYSE. What do you think we should most watch for from Pinnacle in 2026?
Growth is what you're going to see. Look, when Terry Turner, the CEO of Pinnacle, and I sat down 6 months ago and we talked about why bringing these companies together. We talked about building a bank with scale, but with a soul. How do we take the size and the scaling of a bigger balance sheet, better risk management practices, greater capabilities, but how do you maintain that service quality that both companies are known for? And we do that, it's going to allow us to not only attract new talent, bring in new bankers, but ultimately to keep the clients we have and deepen the wallet share. So what you should look for next year is growth and some clients that are going to be super excited about having some new capabilities and technology.
The rest of us on the outside see these headlines about these mergers, these acquisitions across the industry. We have no idea what it takes to actually make them a reality. How did you get here?
You know, it's tough. I'd say the reason a lot of these MOEs fail is because they're difficult. And it all goes back to, I think, culture eats strategy for breakfast. So you can have the best strategic intent. If you're not focused on what your people are thinking, how decisions are made, it all comes down to culture. So we've spent the last 5 months bringing our companies together, unifying the culture, talking about what will change, what won't change. And I think we're going to market now with shared ambitions and a unified culture that's going to allow us to continue to deliver on our financial objectives.
Pinnacle has consistently been, of course, a high-growth bank. To your previous point, Synovus was on a strong growth path on its own.
Yes.
How do you hope to keep up that pace?
It all comes down to hiring revenue producers. So Pinnacle, over the last 10 years, averages between 125 and 200 revenue producers hired every year. Synovus has been in the 50 to 75 range. We're going to accelerate that. So we're going to start bringing on additional FTEs, additional revenue producers that will allow us to generate incremental growth. And so in 2026, that number is going to be between 225 and 250 new revenue producers. In 2027, it'll be 250 to 275. That's what the secret is. People want to come work for this Pinnacle Financial Partners platform, and ultimately they're going to be able to bring not only sales activities, but they're going to bring books of business with them, and we're going to grow the bank as a result of that. We've already said we're going to grow the balance sheet in 26, 10%, both in loans and deposits, which I think if you compare to other regional banks is outsized.
You're doing this on the backdrop of a weaker dollar, easing monetary policy. How do the macroeconomic conditions set the stage, maybe either in terms of headwinds or potential tailwinds for the firm?
I think we have tailwinds. Number one, you think about the interest margin. We should see some tailwinds there with a upwardly sloping yield curve. That's good for us. I think the backdrop for capital expenditures is improving, and we expect to see loan demand. Some of the fee income drivers are also showing positive trends, whether it's the equity markets or some of our wealth businesses and capital markets businesses. Those are showing. So with inflation kind of moderating a bit, the expense side of it's less of a headwind, and you have a lot of revenue tailwinds. I think it's a constructive environment in 26.
Kevin, I'm almost out of time. Any other big catalysts on your radar that you want investors or your clients, customers, ultimately to pay a little bit more attention to this year?
Well, I want the clients and our shareholders to know that we're committed to every day doing what's best for our clients and our shareholders. And people talk about MOEs. Those are mergers of equals. That's thinking about inside the bank. I talk about a MOC, mergers of clients. Put the client in the center of the room and all good things will happen.
Here's what I learned from this interview, among many other things. Scale with soul and culture each strategy for breakfast. Are you kidding me? What a one-line. Great to have you here.
Thank you, JD.
Congratulations on ringing the opening bell. Come back to the big board anytime. That's Kevin Blair, Pinnacle's CEO and president.